on the road with Marcy Playground and Jimmy's Chicken Shack. It's going to happen Wednesday, October 16th, around the corner here at the House of Blues. You can always go to Ticketmaster.com for the info on that show and any show playing the House of Blues. Everclear, your headliner. Caller 10. These tickets are yours. Good luck. 216-578-1007 or 800-348-1007.
This is the best time of the year when the leaves are falling and so is your IQ because you're listening to the Alan Cox Show
on 100.7
WMMS.
Oh, they're starting to drop all those leaf peeping guides, right? For leaf peepers? I don't know when that became the popular nomenclature. But when they have tours and things for people who want to watch the leaves change and the colors of autumn, and they call them leaf peepers. I'd never heard of that literally until it may be it's been around for a long, long time. I'd never heard of it before last year until I started to see all those leaf peeper guides pop up. Do people need to be told where to go to see leaves change color?
I think if maybe you're not from the area, yeah.
But you're hip to trees.
Right, but
if
I
live
imagine
in
it's
Florida, you've never seen a tree change colors before.
And if you're trying to find other things to do, like I imagine a lot of people go to see the leaves and they go, "Oh, what else is around there? Do they have little shops? Do they have like a little corn maze or something like that?"
Like a package deal.
Yeah, something like that.
Gotcha. Because you could just drive around and look at random trees.
Correct.
And watch the leaves change.
But you also want to know where there's good, hills or whatever. Hills, mountains, stuff like that.
Yeah, West Virginia. Start there. Ain't a lot of hills this part of the country. Well, anyway, listen, I think you're right. The people are looking for all kinds of hidden gems this time of year. It turns into sweater weather. It's not there yet. It is fall, but of course it's still 75 degrees out. And but there's no shortage of leaf peeping guides that are out there. People that really want to know, yeah, sure, I'd like to watch the leaf. Now, here's when I think you're really committed, is when you want to watch the leaves change color in real time. Those are the people who impress me. Not these Johnny-come-lately, fly-by-night, oh, I'm going to go after they've changed. Anybody can do that. Anybody can Google map their way to a tree that's now yellow. But it's the people who want to hunker down and watch the leaves change in real time.
For weeks?
However long it takes, Mary. That's the impressive thing. Those are the real leaf peepers as far as I'm concerned. Those are the people who are really trying to get in touch with nature. We can all walk around the metro parks. We can all enjoy the changing of the seasons. Most of it is all done by mid-October. They technically start in August, if you're really paying attention. And I think the people who want to watch them in real time, those are the people who are paying attention.
There was some good stuff. We saw some leaves changed colors when I drove out to Garrettsville with Bobby.
Mm-hmm.
There was some... it's 82 degrees outside, but there's still fall doesn't care.
Probably going to take them. Yeah, but that does affect when the leaves change.
Right, but there were some change.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, I wonder if overall it'll take them longer. Because those people who want to watch in real time, they don't want it to be warm for so long because that just means they're out there even longer waiting for these leaves to change. And how do you know when they're done changing?
When they fall.
You don't know. Oh, I'm sorry?
When they fall.
Well, yeah. But I'm not even going that far. I'm not even talking about the effect that gravity has on these. I'm talking about just the colors. Metro Parks Whips Ledges. You ever been to Whips Ledges?
Yeah. I used to go there
in Hinckley
all the time.
That
was probably 10-minute drive from my house.
Wow.
Yeah, we would camp out there for Boy Scouts and go hiking there pretty regularly.
Wow,
yeah,
all right.
Good stuff.
Okay.
Very pretty out there.
Well, I'll tell you what, there's nothing like a hike in the fall, you know, that on a crisp 80-degree September day, when you've got a hot mug of cider, Mary?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
The weather's pretty much changed here.
Has it?
Yeah. Like
It's not 75 degrees there?
No, the high is 70 today and tomorrow, and then it's a little warm over 70, 70, 76, 73, 74, 71, 69, 72.
Nice.
Like, it's pretty much...
I mean,
fall.
it's supposed to rain a lot this week, and it is still in the mid-70s. Next week, it's supposed to be like in the low 60s. So,
yeah,
like, it's
that's what I'm looking forward to.
It's starting to get there, but, you know, and then that hurricane is blowing into the Florida Panhandle. So who knows what that's going to bring up here? Because we would theoretically be right in the path of that coming up through the Gulf.
Getting ready today. I've always thought I was a summer person. I love laying out at a pool. I love going to the beach. I do love that. But I do not like being hot if I cannot cool off. Like, I really realized that living here in New York this summer, where I'm like, dude, it ruins my mood.
It's a different kind of heat. It's an oppressive heat.
When I'm
It's
too
a
hot,
humid kind
it's
of.
just...
And when you have to walk around in it. Ugh.
I'm
Yeah.
mean. I'm legitimately mean.
Yeah,
like,
we
it
know.
changes my attitude.
We know.
But then
We
today-
felt it every single day of the
Bill,
summer.
she's trying to tell you that it's contingent on the season.
It is, because today it was 67 degrees, and I got on a little sweater, and I've got, I look cute. I did my makeup. I was, like, feeling good. It was nice and cool. I walked to the train. I only sweat a little bit. I was like, oh, man, I love fall, I think.
Fall and spring are the best.
Most people love fall. Yeah,
I do love it. I've always loved, like, the trees. I've always loved it, but I always thought I was a summer person. It's like, I'm a summer person through and through, through and through. I'm like, no, I like water. I like pools and beaches.
Yeah.
I do not like the summer. I do not like just being hot.
Well, you know, the best part is you don't have to just pick one.
I know.
You know, there's people who, they're like, you know, they'll move to Florida, they'll move to California, and say, I really miss the seasons. Do you, though? I mean, you can Google leaves changing, and I am getting to the point where I am fully over winter.
Yeah.
I'm over it. So when they go, oh, climate change, blah, 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 it's going to make, there's a billion bad things about that. But the one good thing is we might end up, you know, with like a 70-degree Christmas on a regular basis. I'm all in favor of that. I don't need any more, 5-foot snowfalls. I'm over it.
I don't mind the snow.
Ugh.
I mean, I'm sure I'll feel different having to be in it. I mean, I was here in winter, January and February.
It was a pretty mild winter last year. When you get like a bad snowstorm, I remember having to go to the airport one year from New York and like walking through, to get picked up by a cab and like dragging my suitcase through the snow. That was not great. That was not fun.
No, but it's like if you live somewhere where you have to drive everywhere, right?
Mm-hmm.
It sucks. I never minded it, when I lived at home. Take the train everywhere. I didn't care what the snow was. It wasn't really jamming up my day or anything.
Well, walking in it.
Well, but even that, like, that's just part
get
of
a
whatever.
Nice pair of boots.
Yeah,
and-
point A to point B. I don't even mind that so much.
I don't mind driving.
But I'm a
snow.
grown-ass man now with a driveway, and I'm like, I don't care.
You
I don't want any of this.
You know, guys that clear it off for you.
No.
Oh, I do.
No,
Don't
because
you
I
have,
got a snowblower.
I was going to say, don't you have like a snowblower or snow thrower?
Hells yes.
And you also seem like the kind of guy who would be like, well, I like to exercise a shoveling. That
Well,
seems like a very Alan thing to say.
She's not wrong.
in that voice that I like the exercise of
That's
shoveling.
That's what your voice.
First of
That's
all,
literally my best
Nobody
impression.
likes shoveling. You'll still get a workout pushing a goddamn snowblower around. I don't want to shovel at all. But like winter before last, and it wasn't all winter long, granted, but we got like those 5 and 6 foot snow dumps or whatever.
It's never snowed 6
Whatever. I mean, it was like I had to dig out like my father-in-law's car one week and they were here. I'm like, this blows. No,
Yeah.
thank you.
So where would you move to avoid that?
Anywhere.
go
I
to,
don't
like,
know.
Well, you always tell the water wars are coming. That's
Well,
your
they are.
favorite.
They are. Listen, it's all a trade-off, right? Everybody's got to. I mean, look at the hellscape that is Florida. It hasn't stopped people from moving down there. That's how much people hate snow.
So that's my question. Where would you go? Would you go
I'd have to do some research. I'm talking about when it's all, when I get finally chewed up and spat out of showbiz, when it's all over for me, it's time to leave the Midwest.
I understand that, but California's actively on fire.
It's still fun to live there. Love California.
Texas has its own electricity grid that doesn't work.
Yeah.
Nevada and Arizona and Utah are out of water.
Yeah.
I mean, where are you going?
You're right. Listen, it's all trade-offs. I have to weigh that again. I'm hoping that climate extremes are going to start to do their job with respect to Midwest winters. And, if we have enough years where 70 and 75-degree Christmases, I'll be fine. I'll stay put. But other than that, the point of extreme weather is it can be just as bad the other way. You might have a couple of years where it's 70 at Christmas, and then a couple of years where you're getting 5 feet of snow every other day. No. I'll move overseas.
No,
I
you
don't care about
won't.
that. Of course I will. Why not?
Where are you going to go?
I love overseas. I'll figure it out.
Gwen would never move overseas.
Well, she would love to move. What are you talking about?
Or is she going to come home and visit her family?
She'd
I feel
have
like
to.
She's always with her family.
Yes, well, then fine.
So
I'd
that's
move and she'd stay here.
It's like, that's kind of a big commitment.
Well, it certainly is. That's how committed I am to I don't care for snow anymore. I'm over it. That's just me. Everybody else, I'll make my decisions and everybody else can make theirs. Everybody else can figure out how they want to react to my decision making. And we can go from there. I was reading about Phoenix. I have
in 2 weeks.
Huh?
I'm going there in 2 weeks.
Yeah, well, they'll probably still have triple-digit temperature. They've had an unbroken streak of 113 straight days of triple-digit temperatures.
Gross.
113 straight days where it's over 100 degrees. As the fifth largest city in the United States by population. Again, another place that is not, people are not stopping moving to Phoenix. You can tell them whatever you want. Hey, they're running out of water. Hey, I don't care. I'm going to go buy a house in Phoenix. I got a nephew who lives in Tucson. He works third shift, so it's not as bad. He loves it. Loves Tucson. I go, well, you're a young man. You got yourself like a, hot girlfriend or whatever.
So Brian's family has a house in Goodyear.
Yeah.
And we're going there for vacation, not this upcoming Saturday, but the Saturday after that. And we'll be there for 7 days. And I looked it up. I can only see until next Thursday, but that is supposedly when it will break the triple digits. 90, 99, and then 95. So hopefully the week that we're there, it'll only be in the upper 90s. But yeah, 109, 108.
Yeah. Yeah, they're smashing all their previous heat records out there.
But then it gets down to 74. There's a 30-degree temperature drop.
It's just I'm fascinated by it though because Phoenix as a city, not that great. It's like Orlando. It's like a city it's like a mall that's trying to be a city. And so
people like that though.
Huh?
People like it.
They must. Clearly they do. Cuz Phoenix is still booming, boy.
Well, I say that because we've gone, I think his parents bought the house in 2020 or 2021, right around the time we started dating. And we've gone there every single year for a vacation. It's a free place to stay. They have a pool, And Goodyear specifically is the land of the strip malls, where I was like, it's all old people who love baseball here. That's it. So it's just like a little, they have one Mexican restaurant and one Mediterranean restaurant, and everything else is just Applebee's and Walmart.
How is there one Mexican restaurant in Goodyear?
Because that's.
I'm telling you, it's
we went to it. Remember?
Yeah, I do remember, but I didn't think that was the only one. I mean, it's Arizona, for God's sake.
I mean, in Goodyear's basically one exit on the highway.
Right, but I mean, I hate to break it to everybody. They do have Latinos in Goodyear, Arizona.
Yeah, but they
what
make
I'm
their
saying
own
is
Mexican
it's
food.
so like not commercialized, but like the wrong kind of commercialized.
I understand. Like it's easier to slap an Olive Garden
What's
together
the right
than it
kind?
is to.
Yes. Well, I don't know.
Alan, you just hate that your squeezy salads freeze in the winter. I wasn't eating squeezy salads less. And again, this doesn't make me a curmudge to say this. People like to put the curmudge tag on me. There are plenty of people who are like, forget it. This sucks. Right? So, and even if it does, what do I care? That's fine. I'll move overseas and I'll let everybody else figure out what they want to do.
No, I've thought about that.
I'll go
where
live in
I'm like-
Barcelona.
I'm like, I'm trying to find this like comedy life balance where like in Ohio, my life is great. I got Brian and the kid and my family and you guys. Like I have everything I could want in my hometown.
Oh, look, Alan, we made the list.
Yeah, I like you guys.
Bi-coastal.
It took 5 days being off air for me to admit it, but don't ruin it, all right?
Take the win, Bill.
But then comedy the way I want to do it isn't great for what, the things I want. So then I come here to New York and I'm like, dude, comedy's great. And I'm meeting with managers and I have auditions and I have all this great stuff, but I don't have any family here. And so then I'm like, the weather, how can we build a Sim City that has everything? Where it's 72 and sunny every single day. It has all of your job opportunities and everyone you've ever loved lives there.
Well, you're talking Westworld. I mean,
Well, that's what I want.
yeah.
How do we make that happen?
Did you watch Westworld or read Westworld? I don't know if
No.
it's what you want.
I saw Waterworld.
Oh God.
Is that the same?
Dennis Hopper and the eye patch.
Yay.
Hey,
You know,
Kathy.
that movie didn't do great, but it looks like the live experience that they do at Universal Studios.
Waterworld.
Looks like a blast.
It probably is.
I see
mean,
clips of it all the time on social media.
it could only be better than the movie. So, Kathy, hello.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hey. Who's this?
It's Alan. What can I do for you?
Oh, hey. I'm sorry. I heard the radio in the background. Hey, quick question for you. Ask your cohort if I don't know that you'll remember this, but you guys were talking about Kmart a few minutes ago. Ask her if she remembers Gold Circle, because Gold Circle was like a high-end Kmart way back in the day before Kmart came onto the picture. They had like high-end clothes for a kind of store like that. It was like a U.S. merchandise, a Best Buy, a Kmart, all wrapped up into one. I'm just wondering if she remembers it.
Still
That's all.
stuck on Kathy calling Mary my cohort.
Yeah,
We are
cohort.
very
How-
different ages,
Yeah.
Kathy. Thank you very much. I
Mary-
don't,
cohort.
Mary, you remember
Gold Circle.
the horse and buggy over to the Gold Circle,
I
Mary?
meant it in a
Yeah.
loving way.
Kathy's like, remember when we had the Post back in the... Okay, thank you, Kathy.
I do not remember that.
Juanita is in St. Louis. Hello.
Hey, I had a question for Mayor.
Yeah.
All right, so what about when you're tan in the summer? Don't you like being tan?
Yes, but I don't like being hot when I'm not by a pool.
You can also do that artificially, year-round.
Yeah, but nobody does that anymore. Like, tanning is terrible for your skin, but if it's natural in the sun, everybody gets that natural glow about summertime.
Yeah, but tanning has always
And-
been bad for people's skin. There's still people going to tanning places. I mean, they're still open. They're still opening. So there's still
Here's what
people
I'll say.
going.
I have never, and it very well may be living in a different place and it being a little unfamiliar, I have never been as miserable in summer as I was this summer. Or I was truly, truly unhappy every single day because it was so friggin' hot. And
Urban heat
having-
is a very different heat, too.
And just having to be, there is no escape from it.
Yeah.
You are just hot until you get to somewhere with air conditioning. And that was kind of the seal for me where I was like, oh, I do not like this. I don't enjoy this at all. If I could drive in an air-conditioned car and then sit on a patio to have lunch where it's maybe 80 degrees, nothing higher than that, and then drive in an air-conditioned car to an air-conditioned house, sure.
Just door-to-door
I love summer.
air
That's
every...
what I mean.
Yeah.
But being in, like, my roommate, her and I have talked about this, she loves feeling hot. So, like, in the summertime, she would wear pants and boots and walk around and be like, yeah, I don't mind it at all. I don't really get that sweaty. I don't mind being hot. I'm like, that's
I'd rather be
insane
hot. I don't
behavior.
really sweat out. I'd rather be hot than cold.
No. So for me, yes,
Well,
I
I'd
love
rather
laying
be
by a
hot
pool.
than cold.
Go ahead.
I'd rather be hot than cold, and just to let you guys know, fall doesn't officially start until I take my Uggs out and put them on my feet. So that's when my fall starts.
Oh,
right,
shut
I'll-
up. That's not true.
I'll adjust my calendar accordingly, Juanita. Thank you. There's Juanita in St. Louis. I've got to take a break here. If you want to send a text for anything, 35192 to do that. If you like the band Asking Alexandria, They are coming through on a tour, and I'll have a couple of tickets for you. The